that you all should know. By knowing this, you can identify several blood groups, and here we will also discuss so many important things related to blood group. Okay, so human blood group, most commonly it can be said as ABO blood group. Okay, this is at first it was discovered by Karl Landsteiner in 1900. Okay, Karl Landsteiner is a scientist who had discovered the ABO blood group system. Okay, so what is ABO blood group system? If you all have noticed, or if you all have heard the types of blood group, then you can find then there may be the blood group A, or persons with blood group B, or persons with blood group AB, or O. Okay, these four kinds of blood group we can find: A, B, AB and O. Need not to tell you because you all know that these many blood groups can be found. But today we will learn, or today we will discuss why a person is having the blood group A, why a person is having the blood group B, why AB and why O, why all the persons do not have the same kind of blood group. Okay, so this kind of blood group system is known as ABO blood group system. Okay, because it involved A, B and O. That's why this blood group system is known as ABO blood group system. So according to this system, four kinds of blood group can be found: A, B, AB and O. Okay, so let us discuss why persons the blood group differs from person to person. Okay, so let us start with the common fundamental. Blood. Do you know blood has two parts? One is the solid part and one is the liquid part. I think I need not to explain it again. The solid part is known as the corpuscles and the liquid part is known as plasma. Do you all know or not? Blood got two parts. One is the solid part. Okay, or there we can find the solid cells like RBC, WBC and platelets. Okay, if we will separate the components of blood, then we can find two things. One is the solid substances and another is the liquid substance. So the solid part is known as corpuscles. Corpuscles include RBC, WBC and platelets. Okay, RBC, WBC and platelets. Liquid part, the liquid part is known as plasma. I hope you all know this. Blood contains two parts. Sometimes you might have observed in pathology or in the clinics, whenever they have taken for any clinical test, if they have taken the blood in the test tube, they will for the examination of certain disease, they will rotate the blood in a high speed, so that you can find, if you all have seen anywhere in the pathology, there may be the separation of the plasma and the corpuscles. When we will rotate blood group, when we rotate blood in a very high speed, we call that machine as a centrifuge machine. Okay, you will read this in your higher class. So when blood is rotated in a very high speed, the solid parts will settle down. Okay, the solid components of blood will settle down and the liquid part will be at the top. Okay, so you can find down part is dark red in color and the upper part is like yellow, straw color liquid. So this part is known as plasma and this part is known as what? Corpuscles. Okay, these all are already a topic that you all have learned earlier. Just I am giving a recap. So these solid parts, it contains RBC, WBC and platelets. Okay, and the liquid part is known as plasma. So in the blood, two substances or two proteins are found. That is, one is in the surface of RBC and another substance is found inside the plasma. Okay, whenever we are talking about blood in identifying blood, how we can identify the blood group. So before that we have to know this. In the RBC, antigen is present, antigen, and in the plasma, antibody is present. Just in a short form I'm writing, okay? In the blood of every person, if we are talking about the solid part and the liquid part, then in the solid part, especially in the RBC, on the surface of RBC, do you all know that RBC is biconcave in structure? I need not repeat that. So on the surface of RBC, one antigen is present, okay? That antigen determines which blood group the person has, and inside the plasma, one antibody is present. Okay. If we are talking about here the blood group, then at first we have to know that suppose here we will let us talk about the blood group of mine. So here before talking about the blood group of mine, I have to know first that in my RBC, in the surface of my RBC, which antigen is present, and inside the plasma of my blood group, which antibody is present. So blood group of a person can be determined by the presence of antigen and antibodies, special proteins. These are some special proteins. Detail about antigen and antibody you will read in your higher class. Okay, I am not going so details about antigen and antibody. Just now for now, just remember that these are some special proteins. Okay, by which we can determine a person's blood group. So in every person's blood group, on the surface of RBC, one antigen is found, and inside the plasma, one antibody is found, which will determine the blood group of the person. Okay, so now let us see which antigen determines which blood group, which antibody determines which blood group. Okay, just listen to it very carefully. It is very interesting also. So here I am writing all the blood group. What are the blood groups? B, AB and O. Okay. Okay. So here I have written the blood group. Here I have made a column or a box. Okay. So here we can easily identify the blood groups of person. Okay. So at first I have written the 4 types of blood group. What are that? A, B, AB and O. Let us see which all factor determines the blood groups. Okay. If a person is having the blood group A, then that person must have antigen A. Antigen A on the surface of RBC. As I said, on the surface of RBC, one antigen is present, and inside the plasma, one antibody is present. Okay, which will determine the blood group of the person. So, blood group A, the person, those who are having blood group A, have the antigen A and antibody B. Okay, means on the surface of the RBC, they got antigen A, and inside the plasma, they got the antibody B. Okay. Now let us talk about blood group B. B blood group persons, they have antigen B on the surface of the RBC and antibody A on the inside the plasma. Okay. What about the person having blood group AB? So the persons those who are having blood group AB have both antigen A and B on the surface of their RBC, but they do not have any antibody. Okay, and the persons those who are having blood group O have no antigen on the surface of their RBC, but they have both the antibody A and B inside the plasma. Okay, again I am repeating. Just listen to it very carefully. It is very interesting and it will be very helpful. Okay, you can get a very good knowledge in about blood group. Okay, so as I said, in every person's blood, on the surface of RBC, one antigen is present, and inside but antibody A. AB blood group persons have antigen AB but no antibody. Remember, the persons those who are having AB blood group do not have any antibody in their plasma, but they have both antigen A and B on the RBC. And persons with blood group O have no antigen on the surface of RBC, but they have both antibody A and B inside the plasma. Okay, by knowing this, it can be determined that whether a person have the which kind of antigen and which kind of antibody, so that the blood group of a person can be determined. So when you are going for the blood test, to find out which blood group you are, they in the clinic they are taking a pinch of blood and they are testing by the test. Okay, that is a separate kind of test. In higher class you will do the practical also, blood testing. Okay, there are some chemicals are required that I am not discussing now. So here, by knowing which kind of antigen and antibody is present in the blood, we can identify the blood group of that person. Okay, now all the blood groups, they have the capacity to give blood or to donate blood and receive blood. Okay, but all the blood groups, whichever blood group cannot give blood to any of the person. Okay, there are some limitations. So let us see which blood group can donate blood to which blood group and which blood group persons can receive blood from which blood type. Okay, so persons with blood group A can donate. Here I have written can donate. Okay, can donate means can give blood to the person having blood group A and to the person having blood group AB. Okay, blood group A, those who are having the blood group A, they can donate blood to the person having blood group A or blood group AB. Okay, blood group AB, and they can receive blood, they can take blood from the person having blood group A and O. Okay, they can receive blood from the persons having blood group A and O. Got it? Now let us talk about the person having blood group B. They can donate blood to B, persons having blood group B and AB, and they can receive blood from persons having blood group B and O. It's that simple to remember, don't get confused. Okay, they can donate blood to the person having blood group B and AB, and they can receive blood from the persons having blood group B and O. Okay, now let us talk about the next blood group individuals, that are AB. Persons those who are having the blood group AB can donate blood to only the persons having what blood group AB. Only they can donate blood to the persons those who are having the blood group AB. Okay, and they can receive blood from blood group A, persons having blood group A, persons having blood group B, persons having blood group AB, and persons having blood group O. Okay, means AB individual who all got the blood group AB can receive blood from all the blood group type. Okay, but they can donate blood to only the persons having blood group AB. Got it? Now let us talk about the next blood group O. The persons having blood group O can donate blood to A, person having blood group A, to B, to blood group AB, and to O. Okay, so the person that those who are having the blood group O can donate blood to the persons having blood group A, B, AB, and O, but they can receive blood from form only O. Got it? So just remember this table. It will be very helpful and it is very simple to remember. Okay? No difficulty here to remember, and I hope you all understood on what basis we can identify the blood group. Okay? So here we can see one important thing. You can notice that the persons having blood group AB can receive blood from all the individual, from all the other blood group. That's why the person having blood group AB are known as universal recipient. What? Universal recipient. In short, only I have written. Universal recipient means they can receive blood from any of the blood group. That's why they are known as universal recipient. Another thing you can mark here, O blood group persons can donate blood, can give blood to any of the blood group. Means they are the universal donor. What? Universal donor. Okay, so they are the universal donor, means they can give blood or they can donate blood to any of the blood groups. See, they can donate blood to A also, to B also, to AB also, and to O also. Okay, but they can receive only from O. Okay, so AB is the universal recipient and O blood group is the universal donor. Okay, so by this table you can easily identify your blood group. Okay, you just identify your blood group and just see whichever antigen antibody present inside your blood group, so that that determines your blood group. Okay, I am having the blood group O. Okay, I am having the blood group O positive, means in my RBC no antigen is present, but in my plasma, in the plasma of my blood, antibody A and B is present. I am the universal donor because I can give blood to all other blood group. Okay, but I can only receive blood from the blood group O. Okay, so you can find out your own blood group and you can find out your the things or all the things that are related to your blood group. Okay, so this is all about the ABO blood group system. Okay, another thing it is not mentioned in your book, but I want to tell you that most of the time you might have noticed when your blood group is written, you may got positive or negative, A positive or A negative, B positive, B negative. Okay, so have you ever thought what is this positive and negative? When my blood group is O positive, so like this I am writing O positive. Okay, if you got A positive, some may got O negative, A negative, AB negative, A positive, AB positive. What is that positive and negative? Let me tell you that. Okay, it's not mentioned. Then also it is very important to know you that. See, after the discovery of ABO blood group system, another factor inside the blood is identified. That is known as RH factor. RH factor or RH protein. Okay, it is found at the first time. It is found inside a monkey known as rhesus monkey. That's why its name is RH factor. RH means rhesus factor. Okay, and for the first time it is discovered from the rhesus monkey. Okay, that's why it is named as rhesus. Okay, rhesus factor. So in the RBC of some persons, RH factor is present. Okay, suppose take an example, a person or an individual having blood group A. Okay, A positive. Suppose take two blood taking A positive and A negative. Okay, suppose a person having two individuals, we can take an example, A positive and A negative. Which factor determines whether they are positive or negative? Let us see. If the person having RH factor on the RBC of their blood, they are known as RH positive. Means A blood group means obviously they will have obviously they will have antigen A on the surface of RBC and B on the plasma. But along with antigen A, additionally they got another factor that is known as Rh factor on the RBC of their blood. So that kind of persons are known as positive, Rh positive or A positive. Okay. But the individual, if persons, those who do not have Rh factor on the RBC, they are called as, they do not have Rh factor, then they are known as negative. So just find out which blood group you are. If you are A positive or A negative or B positive or B negative, like that you can find out whether Rh factor is present in your RBC or absent in your RBC. Remember, along with antigen A and B, suppose here let us talk about B positive. Suppose an individual is having the blood group B positive, means on the surface of RBC, along with antigen A, they also got a factor known as Rh factor. That's why their blood group is B positive. Suppose B negative, means on the surface of the RBC only antigen B is present, but they do not have Rh factor. So on the basis of presence and absence of Rh factor, positive and negative is written. Just remember. Okay. So if you got Rh factor on the surface of RBC along with antigen, okay, then you are positive. If not, then you are negative. Okay. So just identify I am O positive, means in my RBC along with, see, in my RBC no antigen is found. In O blood group no antigen is found on the RBC, but I got a factor known as Rh factor. Okay. So it is of no problem that whether you are positive or negative, only it's on the basis of whether you got on the whether on the surface of your RBC you got Rh factor or not. If you got Rh factor on the surface of RBC, then you are positive. If not, then you are negative. Okay. So more about Rh factor you will read in your higher class. I am not going into so details. Again, some more things are there. What will happen if a mother is Rh positive and the baby which the mother is carrying is Rh negative? Okay. What will happen if the mother is positive and the husband is negative and the wife is positive? What will happen to their child? That all you will read in your higher class. Okay. Now for removing your confusion on positive and negative blood group, I just gave you one short explanation on Rh blood group. So if on your RBC Rh factor is present, then your then your blood group can be said as positive. If Rh factor is absent, then your blood group can be said as negative. Okay. So this is all about human blood group. So one more important thing let us discuss, that is blood donation. Okay. Blood donation and blood bank. This is a very common nowadays. You all might have heard about blood donation camp. Okay. Or you all might have heard about the blood banks. So blood donation, we should do, or we should donate blood. Why? Because some people during their surgery or during their when they are operated clinically, they need blood and they cannot purchase blood. Okay. Or sometimes in the blood bank, blood groups are also not available. So in different places, blood donation camps are organized so that persons can donate blood. Those who are donating blood are known as donor, and the those who are receiving blood are known as recipient. Why they will receive blood? Because during any surgery or during any medical emergency, they need blood. And already we have discussed which person can give blood to which person and which person can receive blood from which person. See, A blood group person cannot donate blood to B. Okay, remember, B blood group person cannot donate blood to A. Like this you can see in the chart. Okay, so we should donate blood, and at that time around 450 ml of blood is taken from the donor. Okay, and before taking blood from the donor, they are doing several tests, several medical tests, whether the person is suffering from any disease or not. At first they are examining that that person is capable of donating blood or not. That all they are examining, then only you can donate blood. And twice in a year, or once in a 6 months, you can donate blood. And it is very helpful for the person. If you are donating blood, then it is very helpful for the needy persons. Okay, and the donors, those who are donating blood, the bloods whichever are collected from the donors, they are stored in the blood bank. Okay, in every medical center there are blood banks where they are storing blood. Okay, so that whenever a person requires blood, then they can get blood in the emergency condition. Okay, nowadays another term you all might have heard about, plasma donor. Okay, just due to this COVID situation, I am discussing this topic. You should know who all are the plasma donor. Okay, so if a person is suffering from COVID-19, okay, suppose I am suffering from COVID-19 and I have completed my isolation period, and after curing from COVID-19, I have developed an antibody in my plasma. Okay, plasma contains antibody. I have developed an antibody in my plasma. That antibody is against the virus, COVID virus. Okay, after curing from the disease, I have developed one antibody in my plasma which will work against the antigen, which will work against the virus. Okay, so some serious patients, those who are suffering from COVID, they can be given the blood of, or they can be given the plasma of the person, those who are already cured from COVID, because after curing from the disease, persons, they develop antibody in their plasma. Okay, and those who are suffering, they are in a very serious condition, then if you will supply antibody which are collected from the donor, means suppose I am suffering from COVID and already I have cured, means they can collect my plasma and they can give my plasma to the persons, those who are suffering from COVID, those who are fighting with the antigen COVID. Okay, so my antibody will kill the virus, the COVID virus. Got it? So they are known as the plasma donors. As this term is widely we are using, you all might have heard about plasma donor. Plasma is donated, plasma is received. So what is this plasma? Okay, so this is all about our today's topic. Again, you go through your book, again read out all the topics that we have discussed today. Okay, so do not skip any of the topic. Some of the new topics also we have discussed today. And if you got any more doubt related to any of the topic, then you can ask me again. So in the next class we will move on to some another most important topic. In the next class we will discuss about some diseases related to heart. Okay, some heart related diseases we will discuss. Got it? So just revise this topic, and do not forget to revise all the topics that we are doing. Okay, and in the next class we will move on to some more new topics. Till then, goodbye and take care.